Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today, this is a very special kind of, let's just call it a build. Well, it is a build. For my channel at least, because this is kind of out of the ordinary. It is kind of like a fairy rainbow palace or elven palace, I think I called it while I was building this, and it is also so outside of my expertise, I would say, that I needed help for this, for sure. And there's only one simmer that I know who is the absolute best when it comes to cute fairy tale princess stuff. And it is my good friend Steph from the channel Simarchy. She is an avid streamer on Twitch, but also has a YouTube channel. And I was like, hey, I have this rainbow kind of theme thing, and it's a castle. Would you like to furnish this? Because I kind of already went to my limits while building this. I was like, okay, I have no idea what to do with this thing. And she was like, yeah, totally. This is my thing. Please, please, please send it over. So yeah, I just built this, and then later on we will all go to her channel and watch a video how she is building, furnishing this. And it's gonna be awesome, I'm pretty sure, because, you know, only the best worked on this. Yeah, but yeah, basically I also started building this with not only Stephanie in mind, but I was like, maybe you can remember that I wanted to do a rainbow themed kind of build because of the wedding stories, rainbow pride flag, things. So first of all, I was like, okay, the whole pride flag thing. So sometimes we have objects that have like the real pride flag, like the real rainbow, and then we have some objects that came with a gradient. So the rainbow flags, I will definitely not touch these objects because I kind of feel it, it just doesn't feel right. They are a little bit ridiculous and, big amounts in a wedding, I guess. But, if you use them sparely, maybe just the tables and stuff, I was like, okay, this is good. But I was looking around for the real, the object that would inspire me to do a rainbow themed thing. And it is this wedding arch from the base game, actually. So when Wedding Stories came out, we had the whole upgrade of the wedding gowns and whatnot. And that base game wedding arch actually comes with a really nice pastel rainbow gradient. And I was like, this is also with the little ornaments on the side, looks kind of like elven fairy tale thing, so maybe I could incorporate that. And this is basically what I built this whole build on. So as you can see, I'm digging around in build mode. I think I did this 3 hours long. So this took me about 3 or 4 hours. I'm just trying my best to come up with some sort of fairy tale-ish castle. So this is despite all norms of architecture and like all things that aesthetics and whatnot, and I came up with this. I really hope that you like it, especially those people who are into fairy tale fairies and like pink cute stuff. Nothing wrong with that, but I just haven't built this in so long that I had no idea what I was doing. You can see that I'm like, I don't know what to put in here. Let's put lots and lots of roof on this tower. So yeah, basically what I really had in mind was like, okay, I need lots and lots of towers so I can then later on with like arches and see-through themes, so it looks a little bit more fragile. I wanted this to look kind of fragile and really very unrealistic and static, like no castle would ever look like this. But I wanted to go for this cartoony fantasy style. So here we go, guys. This is my 3-hour rendition of this. But I could learn lots and lots of stuff. I could practice a little bit more roofing here again with the eaves and the extra, points that you get with, I think, Shift F. I'm not really sure. Thank you, Gina. Also, my dog is here right next to me, and you can hear her in the background, like always, destroying my audio recordings. But I love you. It's okay. And yeah, so that was the whole idea behind it. And this is not based on anything. I didn't look up anything online. I know lots and lots of simmers do that with like Pinterest and stuff. And I really didn't find anything where I was like, okay, this is kind of, super cool or something, I was like, yeah, let's just go into build mode. Let's see where this, you know, takes us. And this is what I came up with. And also I needed lots and lots of different kind of buildings. So these are like different buildings actually, you know, all put together with lots and lots of towers on it. And also you will see lots and lots of round kind of dome-shaped roofs, which make the tower look a little bit more phallic. I kind of found that super funny while I was building this. Now looking at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely people will call me out in the comments for that. And this is why I'm saying this right now. So I'm like the first to say that before I get comments again about penis-shaped stuff. Because that's also something that I see a lot in my comments. If there's a room layout that looks like a penis, people will always put that in the comments. So yeah, I'm quicker here, guys. I'm aware this is the whole theme of the build. No, but you know, it was just, yeah, the whole thing. I thought round domes kind of look a little bit more elvish or like fairy, I don't know. And I also wanted to use lots and lots of the realm of magic, kind of Art Nouveau kind of stuff, because I don't know why, but I've looked at lots and lots of like references, right, where I couldn't find anything. And I kind of realized that lots and lots of Art Nouveau kind of patterns and like this semi-organic looking geometric shapes and patterns are used in like if it's called Elven, you can always be super sure it's white and has like Art Nouveau stuff on it. I don't know who invented that. It's also in Lord of the Rings, by the way, which is funny. So yeah, if you're into Elven stuff and want to rebuild something, maybe even Rivendell, hey, there's lots and lots of stuff in Realm of Magic for that, by the way. So I think maybe this is also like on purpose, like the devs wanted to do that, you know, for the elven kind of magic or something. But yeah, it's in white, it definitely looks a little bit more elven stuff. So that's why I came up with this cool name, Rainbow Elven Palace or so. So here we are with the wedding arches. Yeah, you may recognize it. It is in base game, and through the update, the free update from Wedding Stories, I don't know when that was, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, time flies. Yeah, you also now have more swatches to that wedding arch, and yeah, that is the one that I chose. It's beautiful. It's very, very, I don't know, light, and has like this, you know, pastel-y, very, you know, what I would associate maybe with fairies or something like that. And yeah, the two big towers are connected with a bridge, and I immediately knew that was on purpose, because I later on wanted to put the two arches on there as like, you know, this arch under the bridge. I just thought that would look really, really cute and like, you know, fairy tale-y and, you know, dreamy, magical. So this is basically the manic pixie dream girl of all builds that I've done ever. And yeah, like I said, I was really dicking around. I was like, I have no idea. Let's just put it like here and like there, and yeah, it has no purpose whatsoever while I was building this. And then while I was almost done, I kind of realized that the inner layout therefore looks super weird, and I felt so bad for Stephanie, who had to furnish this, right? Like I made a promise, I will upload something and she needs to furnish that, and I don't want to be a dick and I give her this build challenge kind of thing. So I was like, okay, let's go in and kind of try to figure out where the rooms are, right? So I also put some rooms in, and I can staircase and stuff, so she doesn't have to bother with that stuff. So yeah, this is usable for sure. There's also some glowing fairy tale fairy lights, that's the English word, fairy lights trees from the holiday pack, which is for free, by the way, guys. So if you don't have that, look at Origin, download the holiday pack, and you know, get this stuff for free. And it's a tree that has lots of fairy lights in its branches and glows in the dark. So it's basically like a lamp, and I put this on top of the, the uppermost tower, because when can I ever use that in an uppermost tower? In a fantasy build where nothing makes sense and there's no real reality. So that's what I used here too. And of course I will use lots of the cherry blossom trees and the fairy trees from Debug. I think this one is like the entrance to Sylvan Glade, and I was like, yeah, perfect. Let your Sims go to the magical world of Sylvan Glade. I think that's what it's called, right? Like we have some hidden worlds in The Sims. If not, Google hidden worlds in The Sims 4. There are lots and lots of tutorials how to unlock them and how your Sims can go to them. But yeah, there's also this one fairy tale-ish, very pinkish world, right? And this is basically the perfect castle, but the lot size on this world is too small, so I built this in Hanford on Bagley, which is as close to Sylvan Glades as anything else, I would say. But yeah, and also while I was doing the landscaping, I was like, I need some very weird fantasy kind of looking stones, and wouldn't you know, Journey to Batu coming in again for, the weird wonky stuff. And I know people hate me for saying Journey to Batu is good, but like for builders, it's good. There are always some prizes in the debug mode, like these stones, and I'm like, these look fantastic for, like this fairy tale whole environment. So yeah, I definitely had to use them because they look so otherworldly, of course. And yeah, lots and lots of other stones with some moss on it and some cherry blossom trees, and when I did that, I was like, yeah, okay, this is good, this is good. And we do everything in white and marble inside. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. People will be able to, live in there and do their fairy tale magic kind of gameplay. Makes total sense. And then I still had some place, some empty place. I was like, area, and I was like, hey, you know what? Since we already use so much stuff I usually never use, why not use more wedding arches, of course, but why not use for the first time the cherry blossom filled or rose petal filled water for the pools or for the moats or like for the ponds, that you can change the waters. I don't know from which pack that is, but it has this insane amount of rose petals on it, floating on it. And I actually kind of like it in like small little fountains, sure, but like on a huge pool, I've never done that. I was like, hey, this is so kind of like tacky and over the top fairy tale. Let's just use it here, because there will never come another, time when I could use this. So yeah, that's what I did, guys. You have some pools so your Sims can swim in there. Maybe it's like this magical water that gives them magic or something. I don't know, But yeah, I think it looks really, really cool. It's kind of very detailed, but it's also kind of like ridiculously shaped, But I like it. It's weird. It's weird, but in a good way, I think. This is something I can upload and like say, this is my rainbow wedding arch inspired build. And here we go into the panning shot so you can have a better look at everything. And keep in mind, this is not furnished because we will all now go over to Simarchy, Stephanie's channel called Simarchy, and watch the furnishing video. And I really hope that she liked it. She liked furnishing this. But yeah, I think it looks really magical, and Hanford and Bagley kind of also fits. We have this like fairy spiral thing and the waterfall in the background. Kind of looks really, really nice. I was like, okay, this is where I could build, a castle like this. It's kind of very small, but hey, that's also good for your frame rate, right? Like, so this is a fan service to build something a little bit smaller this time. And yeah, I really, really hope that you enjoyed this. Maybe you saw something that you liked and that inspired you for your gameplay or for your builds. If you have any ideas how to, to train me doing fairy tale stuff, maybe put in some real life castles or like castles from movies or TV series where I can find lots of references in the comments down below, and I will have a look. Maybe I like them, and maybe I'm like, okay, this needs to be in The Sims. But yeah, this is basically it, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the furnishing video from Steph, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.